right, we're looking at the first flakes of the season this weekend. So let's set expectations and talk about this. Let's talk about what this is not at first, and that is Snowmageddon. You would know it, by the way, if it was. I wouldn't be wearing a suit coat. I'd have my sleeves rolled up. We'd be getting excited. I'd be getting excited. Maybe not you, but I would. So this is not what we're looking at. What we are looking at, setting expectations again, is more just a jarring switch to winter. First alert weather days are issued for impacts to you, your commute, or also just, of course, things that are a little out of the norm. And we had our last 80-degree day just a few weeks ago. So we're getting that first taste. Main threats will be reduced visibility and or slick roads at times. And we'll talk about why it's and or, because it just kind of depends on the system that we're talking about, because this is not necessarily super straightforward in one system. So Sunday, November 9th, that's our first alert weather day. In the morning, rain will transition to snow. This will likely melt on the pavement with ease. Temperatures will be above freezing. Air temperatures will be, ground temperatures will be. So any accumulation is likely going to be on the grass. However, as it's falling, particularly right around sunrise, it'll be pretty difficult to see because we could see some heavy snowfall rates. So that would result in briefly reduced visibility. It could catch some off guard Sunday morning. In the late afternoon, evening, scattered lake effect snow showers will begin, and this time temperatures will be below freezing, which means whatever's melted on the road from earlier will then start to refreeze. Any new snow could start to stick. There could be some slick spots overnight. This will be more scattered though. And then Monday, November 10th, is also a first alert weather day for some morning slick and icy spots, some more lake effect snow showers, again scattered, spotty, and wind chills in the teens. And then in the evening, scattered lake effect snow showers will continue but come to an end with continued slick spots. So pretty run-of-the-mill for the middle of winter. For early November, it is pretty early for this to kind of start. So we decided it'd be good to just kind of highlight those 2 days as first alert weather days just to get the word out there and keep you safe on the roads. All right, Future Track does show that by Saturday evening, we're looking at primarily just rain. Temperature should be warm enough for that. But it is after midnight, maybe more close to about 2 or 3 a.m., that rain starts to transition to a little bit of wet snow. And right along that rain-snow line, you see these darker colors that indicate briefly heavier snow. So we're right around sunrise here Sunday. Could reduce visibility for some. That's all done by mid-morning. And then we're looking at a few lake effect snow showers Sunday evening into Monday morning. So that's why that risk kind of continues into Monday. Overall, the system snow early Sunday should bring about a coating to maybe an inch or two of very slushy snow, mostly on the grass. And then by Monday, we're looking at lake effect snow showers. Shouldn't be too impactful for most, but the closer you are to Lake Michigan, western Noble, LaGrange, and northern Whitley counties could get about an inch or so of fluffy lake effect. All right, let's take a look at what we're looking at for the next 7 days. There's Sunday and Monday blinking at us for those first alert weather days. If you see snowflakes falling, just remember to keep the speed in check. It's also been a while since it's rained, so roads could get a little slippery, at least since we've seen this much rain. And then by Tuesday, Wednesday, we're back to windy but warmer conditions. Breezy conditions should last actually toward the end of next week.
So one and most important, not Snowmageddon.
Not Snowmageddon.
I'm really glad you said that. But because it is the first snow of the season, that always seems to be the one that gives people